Hi, in this video, we are going to see how to create multi-node Hadoop cluster in Google Cloud Platform. Google Cloud is offering 1 year free trial with $300 credit. So using this, we will create 3-node Hadoop cluster from the scratch. For this end-to-end process, there are totally 4 sessions. Each session is going to be around 5 to 10 minutes of videos with minimal effort how to form a cluster and run it in 20 to 30 minutes of time. So that's the whole idea about this video. Okay, the first session is completely theory part and all the other sessions are hands-on based. In the first session, I would like to give an overview of Hadoop multi-node cluster and what we are going to do in each session. You might have already worked on single node Hadoop installation in your local machine or download the sandbox like Hortonworks or Cloudera. So this sandbox and the single node installation help us to understand and learn about Hadoop and its ecosystem. In this single node environment, all the Hadoop services are going to run in the same machine with different JVM. This is, we are calling it as a pseudo mode. There is another mode called cluster mode where master services are running in separate system and the worker services are running in all the other systems. In real time, Hadoop is going to run in a cluster mode. To set up Hadoop cluster, we need more than one system to configure Hadoop as a cluster. In this session, we will see how to create multiple nodes and run Hadoop in a cluster mode using Google Cloud Platform. Okay, let's move on to the next slide. Okay, in this session, we will create Google Cloud account using your Gmail ID. Once Google account created, we are ready to create instances. Okay, what is this instances? The instances are like the individual system that runs on cloud environment. We can call it as a virtual server instance. So here we are going to have 3 instances. We will have a first instance with the configuration of 2-core processor, 7.5 GB of RAM, CentOS 6 Linux operating system and 50 GB of SSD hard drive. Then we will create another 2 instances with the configuration of 1-core processor, 3.5 GB of RAM, OS Linux CentOS 6 and 50 GB of SSD hard drive. If you see instance 1 have higher configuration than the other 2 instances. The reason is we are going to run master service that are name node and resource manager in the instance 1. Remaining 2 instances are worker services that are data node and node manager service we are going to run on that. Okay, once we create the instance, it's ready for the installation and configuration. Fine, let's move on to the next slide. In session 3, if you see the slide, there are 4 steps to do in instance 1 and other 2 instances going to have 3 steps to do. So first step is to create a new user called HD user in all the 3 instances. Using this user, we are going to configure and run services in all the instances. So second step is enabling password based authentication. By default, we cannot connect one instance with other instance using password. We are enabling this in all the instances to copy the key from instance 1 to the others. The third step, we will configure IP address and name of each instance in the host file. So this is to communicate with the other instance by using name instead of IP address. We will see in detail during the hands-on session about this. So the final step, we will create a SSH key only on instance 1 and copy the public key to the other instances so that instance 1 can communicate to other instance without password. So that has been required when we are starting all data node and node manager service from instance 1. Now the 3-node cluster is ready. You can install any distributed application in this cluster. So all the big data application are distributed by default. Now it has been distributed. So you can install Hadoop or Spark or NoSQL databases like MongoDB or Cassandra or Kafka in this cluster. Now we are good with this. Now let's move on to the next slide. Okay, in session 4, we are going to install and run Hadoop as a cluster. For Hadoop, there is only one prerequisite, that is Java. We need Java because Hadoop has developed in Java. To run Hadoop service, we require Java. So we are going to download Java 1.8 version and install in instance 1. Okay, next we will download Hadoop 2.7 stable version and change the configuration file according to our cluster. After this, copy the download Java and Hadoop configured folder into another 2 instances and install Java in the other instances also. Once the Java installation get completed, we are going to start all the Hadoop services from instance 1. Also, we will get into the name node and resource manager web UI and check how many data nodes and node managers are running and from which instance it has been running. We are going to check that too. So that's it for the session. See you on session 2. Thanks for watching this video.